Welcome, Formula V race fans, to race 10 of the 2011 Formula V New South Wales State Championship at Wakefield Park. It's the final round of the year. We've got 3 more races to go to decide the state champion.
Daniel Reynolds can take out the series today if he wins the race, or if he finishes in the top 4. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. It looks
Yellow
like
flag.
Rodney French is stalled on the grid.
Stalled, Rodney. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget.
Kinsella's got a great start after Thomas had pole, second of the year. Robin Reynolds from a clean sweep. Kinsella second, Matty Pearce to at third. Here's Reynolds from the back of the grid after infringement. There's Rodney French stalled.
Right, past the 1200 cars, Michael Gall on the right, and now with Brendan Woods on the left.
He had a bit of a gap to make up. He's got a big gap to make up to the front of the field. So here he is up at the inside of Gary Hook with Steve Butcher in front of him. Morgan Fremantle in front of him, and the 2 yellow cars are Michael Cluteray and Lee Porter.
Hookie obviously has a problem. He's had a few
on the inside. No.
Butcher picks him out. Well done for Stevie.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make it easy. He's got his teammate out at the front of the field, give as much gap as he can. And here comes the teammate with Kinsella lead.
I wonder how many laps Daniel thinks he's going to take him to get to the front. I reckon it's going to take him about 13 or 14, but I reckon he probably thinks he can do it in 5.
I think at the start of this race we anticipated for in about 4 or 5 laps. Look at that.
Butcher's still keeping him out.
Butcher went up the inside of Morgan Fremantle and held out Daniel Reynolds.
Right, now you can see Gary Hook actually keeping up with the potential state champion.
There you go. What's the pace of this Daniel Reynolds
on the back straight now.
National winning vehicle? He just won the national titles in WA a couple of weeks ago.
Right, I don't think he wants to take too many risks in the early laps with all this traffic. Let's see how he goes. Coming onto the main straight for the first time.
Okay, a full grid of Formula V's here by the look of it. You've got here he comes, Daniel Reynolds on the inside of Michael Cluteray. Michael Cluteray a bit further back this year than he has been in previous years. I think he's looking to step up with a new car next year.
That's right.
Thomas on the inside of Kinsella.
Thomas takes the lead.
Nice solid move there.
You know what? I think this is only the second race of the year where we haven't started in the rain.
You could be right there. It has been a very wet season here. There was someone pretty wide there. Might have been Gary Hook. Going pretty wide out through turn 1 there.
Look at the 2 leaders right up the front. Darren Williams in third.
The two front guys have got a bit of a gap here. Here comes Reynolds on the inside of Lee Porter. Will he go here? No. Patience, better part of Valor.
Right, smooth driving on Daniel's part still.
Daniel knows that he's got 20 laps in this race. It's a very, very long race, and he's got plenty of time. And all he needs to do is to get up to third or fourth place. And with the 2 leaders stretching away, he should still be able to get to the top 3 pretty easy.
There's a trademark location for Daniel to pass cars underneath brakes. That front of that Sabre 02 really holds the track well.
Yeah, that's right. There's Daniel there. He's actually not too far back. He's only in probably about the 3rd group there with it looks like you got Timmy Hamilton and Matty Pearce and Darren Williams in that next group. So
Ben Oldfield immediately in front.
Yep, here's the front 2 with the next group. Who's leading that? Looks like Matty Pearce. Followed by Darren Williams doing a good job.
Tim Hamilton in the green and black Jacer, and Tim Brook in the orange LE 100.
Yeah, followed by Simon Pace, who's been a little bit off the pace this weekend. Oh, Daniel's pretty tight there to Benny Oldfield's wheel.
Right, well, Daniel's
I don't know how cautious that's been.
Well, Daniel's really good on the corner coming onto the main straight, and obviously had a good toe behind Ben.
Mate, Daniel Reynolds has also did a 7.3 in qualifying before being done by a slight technical infringement. So the car's got pace. So he was 7/10 of a second up on second place, which turned out to be pole position for Thomas, who was also 5/10 of a second up on Kinsella, half a second up on Kinsella.
That was a good shot for all the Formula V's, just showing how fast they are out of that first corner at the end of the main straight. 3rd gear all the way through there, but they still look like they're doing about 80 to 110 kilometres an hour.
Okay, that front group, the front of that group just there is 3rd place. Okay, Reynolds coming down it looks like he'll have a go down the inside here at the fishhook.
Yeah, trademark location for Daniel Reynolds down the inside of Simon Pace in that beautiful Mako.
Okay, Simon Pace actually won Best Presented last year with that car, so it is a very, very...
It's a great looking car, that Mako, isn't it?
It certainly is. Almost a little bit Case of Stonish as well. Case of Stonish. Stoner-ish.
Oh, really? What was that?
Oh, with the Australian flag.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, Timmy Brook. He's had a great weekend so far. Oh, Daniel Reynolds, he's hit a bit of dirt there, I think.
Well, that was that cloud of smoke. Cloud of dust, sorry, yep.
So you can say he's trying.
Ben Oldfield driving blind for a few seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Timmy Brook's had a great weekend with his LE 100.
LE 100, that's right there. And we see Michael Gale. Michael Gale a bit slow in the 1200s. I think he had a bad start.
There's still that dust in the air from Daniel.
Okay, we see Matt Pearce.
Is he going defensive or is he attacking Darren
No, I
Williams?
think he's pulling out the back of the toe, coming into the kink.
Okay, Kinsella's still all over Thomas here, and Daniel's already on the back of Timmy.
What a great
look,
drive from Daniel.
Timmy's already gone a bit defensive there. I don't know if Daniel might get him there, or is it just Timmy giving him room, I think.
Is that the example of futility, I think?
Yeah, I think
Resistance is futile, Tim.
Yeah, okay, and now the next Tim, Timmy Hamilton up ahead, and so he's only got 3 more places to go, and Daniel Reynolds will be the champion for 2011.
Right, I reckon that Sabre must have a turbocharger. Maybe a couple, one in the engine, one in the driver.
Look inside the car. He's inside the inside there. He's got him. Timmy Hamilton's not going to get him back to there.
5th place.
Okay, so it looks like Timmy Brooks trying to go as well. Is he going to get him? I don't know. Timmy Hamilton's car's got plenty of punch out of that corner.
That green Jacer got a fair bit of punch, and Tim Hamilton driving it superbly all year.
When you look on board with Daniel Reynolds' car, it's very stable from inside. So you often hear this talk about turbochargers and all this extra horsepower that he's got. But the reality is he's just got the thing set up so damn well that he's able to brake really late and he gets on the throttle really early, and that's the way it's got to be.
Turbochargers with the driver.
Look at this. He's not doing anything exceptional here other than driving the thing well. And watch how stable it is under brakes. Darren Williams' thing's not short on power either.
No, not a lot of difference in there. That's just braking. And look at this braking.
And he carries so much speed through turn 1. I was watching him earlier in the weekend. The amount of speed he carries through turn 1. Watch how he could be straight on the back of the car.
I reckon there's half a second alone just in that late braking mark. At least half a second.
Well, a lap. I might go with you on that if you're talking a lap.
Right. Top of the hill, down to 3rd gear, float the car through this corner and coming now back down the hill.
Matty Pearce is actually doing pretty well again. I think this is where you're sort of more expecting to be running, in the top 3. I don't think his results have actually been as reflective as he had hoped that they would be.
Right,
there you go, Daniel deep under brakes. Watch how stable the car is.
Trademark location car, like it's on rails.
Yeah, okay, he's early on the gas. He'll potentially even pull a little car length by the end of the straight here on Matty Pearce. Just by getting the power down nice and early and keeping not too much steering angle around the right hander there.
Right.
Matty Pearce is still running pretty close.
No, that's right, but there's plenty of way to go. Daniel Reynolds now, he's got his visor down, he's in the chase, but Dylan Thomas there, it looks like he's consolidated the lead. At least he's consolidated the gap in front of Michael Kinsella.
Yeah, he's actually got a car length to Kinsella for a change, which is not too bad for the way those two have been signal race.
Obviously, Michael throwing it through that corner.
Particularly at the end of the straight there, to have a car length at the end of the straight, you thought Michael would have been all over him.
Got to say, all these cars are fabulous, sort of modern designs, great presentation.
Actually, the presentation on the vehicles all year, on all the vehicles, have actually been pretty good. I don't think you could actually point out one car and say, geez, that's a scrubby car, except maybe that Stinger out. Oh, Daniel, a mistake. He's
not a mistake.
Yeah, he's nearly gone off at the top of the circuit. Matty Pearce should go up the inside. Here he comes.
There you go. Is this the first time that Daniel's lost a place all year?
Probably.
All right, but will he dive down underneath? Let's keep an eye on Daniel in the red Sabre. No.
Oh, Matty's gone a little bit defensive. Here you go, Timmy Hamilton up the inside of Darren Williams. He takes the opportunity with Darren Williams watching what's going off ahead.
Obviously, Daniel's probably just learnt a lesson. He's
watch the speed through his corner.
Composing himself.
Watch the speed he carries through here. He's all over him already. He's probably half throttle.
Look at this thing. Look at this thing here now.
Does it easy.
Right.
Watch under brakes there. He just leaves it. So yeah.
Gone. There's the braking mark now. Right on the apex.
Okay, Thomas and Kinsella still running away at front here. So Daniel's still got a bit of work to do to catch him. He's probably about 5 or 6 seconds off. Probably 7 seconds behind.
Right, we've been talking a lot about Daniel, but look at Dylan Thomas. Right throughout the year, he's been developing his car, and obviously lots and lots of laps under his belt. So it's you could almost drive this thing blind around corners. And his improvements shown. Look, the great Michael Kinsella probably just made up some spaces here, but to be able to keep in front of the great Michael Kinsella is obviously a great achievement. So I would say Dylan's got a year or two of great performances ahead of him.
Oh, easy up. We've got Reynolds now looking for the chase down. He's got a gap to make, but he's still got plenty of laps.
Not much of a gap, is it?
There's still probably in the vicinity of about 10 laps to go, so there's plenty of time to do it. And he's already come from the rear of the grid to third. Here's Morgan Fremantle with...
that pack of cars, Morgan leading. Obviously they're racing each other, not using the whole track.
Michael Cluteray in there, I think Lee Porter in there. There was a big gaggle of cars there that, could have disaster written all over it with the wrong move. So
Daniel Reynolds through the fish hook. And look, the other cars, I reckon he's dragging dragging Tim and...
Here's Bernie
Matt
Cannon.
Hughes.
He'd be leading at 1200s at the moment, I think.
Bernie's got a great lead for this race. He's only got to finish this weekend, and he should claim the 1200 title for the first time.
There you go. Daniel Reynolds is now starting to pull away from Matty Pearce a little bit, and who's actually got a gap on Timmy Brook there. So
Still not much in it though.
Simon Pace is off not on that group. You would have expected that with. Looks like Ben Oldfield touching the dirt there. He's all over Simon.
That was Ben, mate.
And with Lee Porter with him too.
Look at Ben Oldfield. He's got chassis balance problems this weekend. He's got a really stiff rear end. You'll see the back of that car bounce all over the place. And there you are, Michael taking the lead. So Dylan, obviously, maybe a little mistake, maybe a bit of strategy. Who knows?
Probably a bit of slipstream there. They're both Kinsella engineering motors there, so there shouldn't be too much power differential between the two. There's Stephen Butcher in the old ex-Nathan Brumby car. He's doing a lot of development for that car for this weekend. It certainly needs it.
That's his first race in the CXD ex-Brumby Stinger, isn't it?
It certainly is. The car has got a bit of development to be done on it. It needs a lot of work. So every session he's been out, he's moved the car forward, and it's still got a bit of distance to go on it yet.
Right, Bernie, well ahead of Michael Gale for this race.
Oh, a bit of dirt there again. Who's that?
That's a bit all over the place
like
there, isn't
it
it?
could have been from Reynolds again. He must be pushing pretty hard. Actually, look at the gap he's got away from Timmy Brooks got ahead of Matty Pearce.
I'll tell you what, he's not afraid, is he? He obviously wants to win this championship. He wants to come from...
Whoa, there's a touch of Lee Porter into the back of Simon Pace. There's a touch.
Right,
you see the front wheels went in the air. Looked like he touched the dirt on the approach to the corner there and just wasn't quite able to pull it up by the look of it.
I guess that's one way of sort of growing a few inches, and I think Lee needs that.
Thomas back up the inside of Kinsella here. Kinsella doesn't want Kinsella to lead too many laps, I don't think.
Right, classic Formula V lead swapping lap after lap under this. It's a perfect example of how to race as fast as possible using your competitor to increase your speed. They obviously want to keep as far away from Daniel Reynolds as possible.
Well, to be honest with you, we're up to lap 11 or 12 now, and I think a lot of people were tipping Daniel to be up to the front probably earlier than this. So I think the two of them have done a very good job. Like I said, there were 7/10 just to second place of qualifying and over a second to third.
Smart driving by Dylan Thomas in the red, white and blue CX Stinger and Michael Kinsella in the silver and blue Jason.
There's Lee Porter. He's fallen off that group after a little touch. He's falling back to Butcher here, and there's
Brendan Woods.
Yeah, Brendan Woods
Jason
doing a good job here. He's just got welcomed a baby to the world, so I think some people do better with babies, some people do less, and I think he's doing better.
Brendan Woods, he's got a fair bit of talent there, and he's obviously a careful driver, but you'll see him every now and then.
Thomas was a bit defensive to Kinsella there. I think he's watching Reynolds coming and he's going, let's let Daniel catch Kinsella first and let him get away.
That was a really good lap by Daniel Reynolds. He's probably made nearly a second just on that lap alone. And he's pulled away from Matt Pearce in the orange Acer and Tim Brook in the orange LE100.
A lot of the cars will actually be dropping their off lap times. So you probably see they started the race with the front guys probably in the low 8s, maybe Daniel in the mid 7s. And they'll probably be dropping down to 9s with 36 degrees and a long 20-lap race. It's pretty hot conditions. The engines will lose power.
Right, again.
Look, here's Reynolds all over Kinsella. Thomas has got away.
We've just gone through a few corners across the top of the circuit, and Daniel has just made up so much ground on Michael.
Mate, he's very in tune with his car and the circuit, and he's driving very, very well at the moment. Like I said, he came back from the national titles with that in hand. So
you know what? I think we can say that Daniel's looking good for a possible win in this race. That could be the first time I've ever seen anyone in 25 years go from rear of grid in a 24-car field to a win. So I bet he wants to that's an unofficial trophy that he can pull in his cabinet.
Yeah, he's probably notching up a few records. I think if he wins this race, he'll win the championship, which means he'll be the first guy that we can think of in history to win 3 state championships in a row. Is that correct?
That's certainly the case, and there's Reynolds now in the lead on lap 13 of this 20-lap race.
Well, I think Thomas will now tuck in behind Reynolds and try and see if he can pull him a bit away from Kinsella and give himself some space.
All right, so we'll go through the field.
Okay. You got Ben Oldfield there's got a bit of a gap to Simon Pace.
I think I can see his engine cover flittering around.
There's Lee Porter's dropped back.
Brendan Woods, Morgan Fremantle, Gary Hook actually still on the track after 13 laps. That's an achievement.
He's done well mechanically this weekend.
Great achievement.